Hi, I tried to find out if I really am alive. Yes, I am. Okay, everything seems to be fine. It's always a bit stressful to start live videos here in the countryside when the internet connection isn't the best. Hey Claire, hi. I think I can say I'm officially live this evening. So, hi darlings, hi, and welcome to join me today for this really very special live video for Finnabair, as we are celebrating the International Scrapbooking Day or weekend, because it was actually yesterday. And hi Eileen, hello Kasia, and it's so lovely that there are someone in there watching and chatting with me, spending time with me. Thank you so much, darlings. So, today I am going to create a journal spread for my Quiet Moment journal. This is my very special journal I pour my soul into, and I try to catch those precious, quiet, still moments of life in here. And as you can see, I have collected some inspiring materials here on my desk, but that's as far as I have gone today, because this truly is my journal of reflecting my mind. So I have no idea what it has to say today. So let's find out, shall we? And I just quickly show you the idea and style. Maybe you have seen some of these pages in Finnabair blog or my Instagram or somewhere. This is Tolkien quote: "May it be a light to you in dark places when all other lights go out." And because I love symbolism, this is common yarrow, which symbolizes healing and courage and everlasting love and power. So it kind of goes well with the quote. "Open Me Carefully" by Emily Dickinson. And pearly everlasting symbolizes hope and strength. And Leonard Cohen: "How can I begin anything new with all of yesterday in me?" It's one of my favorite questions about life, this one. And Columbine, I have here tiny little stars that are actually Columbine. They represent faith, hope, and vision. So now, when we turn a blank page, a new page, I thought that today, as I know that this weekend is one that really many people around the globe celebrate Easter. So I thought I would honor that and picked a quote that's kind of neutral one, and but it also could have a deep religious meaning undertone, giving the fact that it's really Leonard Cohen quote again. And then I chose some wonderful dried flowers to go with it that symbolizes beautiful things. So let's see what happens today. Okay. And I'm so excited because as you And no, creating something from scratch isn't always so, how to say, straightforward. And again, you will really witness creativity in action. And I thought I would start with using some background papers I have got from my friends all around the world. But first, I so forgot to mention that this is a Finnabair Art Daily Square journal. Its size, it's about 14 centimeters in size, which is in inches. Is it 5.5 or something? But and it really has nice craft brown pages. But today I want something soft, something that goes really well with this quote I have typed with my vintage typewriter. Lean back and be loved by all that is already loving you, by Leonard Cohen. And I will use some, laces and silks that I have just tested how to turn into vintage rose colored using botanical dyeing methods from flowers and plants from our own garden. So something soft, something preciously forgiving. Oh, I love to see the magic happen. Thank you, Sanlin. Yeah, me too. So let's start. This is a paper that says 1881 in it, and I just start with soft matte gel, which I am going to use to attach all my precious papers. Let's take a largish brush, and kitchen paper just in case near me. And I know that there is as many ways of creating a journal spread as there are people doing it. This is just my way. I start from somewhere and then I go from there, because I really do not have the luxurious gift of seeing something clearly in my mind before it happens right here. So it's hardly worth, trying to plan ahead about a lot anyway, because it's annoying what a mind can do, and at least for me it's usually I have a plan and then it's not going to happen anything like it. Okay, and for this one I think I'll soon add heavy gesso over everything to kind of make it look more, how to say, blended together. So at the moment it really is something more of making a base for it. I know that some people celebrate Easter this weekend. We have celebrated I think this is perfect. We have celebrated 1st of May. It's called Vappu in Finnish. And I'll put this aside for a moment because I really need to make the base now. So it's been a really beautiful weather here in Finland, cold, but sun has been shining, and we have spent some time in our garden planning what to grow this year and so on. What have you been up to? I don't know if I will use it. Oh, this one. This is just, used tea bag that I have opened and tried, and it's my favorite material to use. I think I will miss that one, but I think I might actually do something like this. Okay, let's test my idea. Okay, do I have lost the connection? I hope not. Let's see. Sorry. Can you see me already? Because my screen went all black and the connection was lost. So it's back now. Thank you. This is my nightmare. I thought we live here in the neck of woods. Really not nicely put, but the truth anyway. So I make sure that I have my soft material dry before adding gesso. Yes, I hope that refreshing helps, and this is the only part that my heart misses some peaches this evening. Okay. I'll add just a tiny bit of gesso, which doesn't at the moment look like it, that it's tiny, but I'll wipe most off with my baby wipe, and then I'll do the same with this page. I have left some room for my imagination and for the dried flowers and the quote at this point when I really do not know where I am going to. And while I'm trying this, I really try to quickly show you my tray of, I hope you can see these, my pinkish, greyish, could you say antique or vintage rose golden laces I have tied. My kids again rolled their eyes and said that, okay mom, which poisons you did use this time? And I said, no, nothing special, only pea roots, and rusty nail heads. So it's a magic combination, and I really would love to use some of them today. But let's see how it works out, because I also want to use these dried flowers. This is so especially lovely. I think I try to add this one. And what if yes, I'll do it like this, and then what was the first, yes, beetroot. I think it's in English, yes, beetroot. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but the vegetable one. And then I used red onion skins too. So for this one I think I'll just use glue, because no, this is better. Because if I could use soft gel, it would be brilliant, but it also would take a lot of time to dry, and at this point when time is unlimited, I think it's not the best solution. Otherwise I would use it for this one. I'm trying to make sure that I won't be covering my pot. Yes, thank you. Beetroot. We had a lovely beetroot beetroots in our garden last summer, and I hope we will get more this year so I can try them and use them for for dyeing my laces, or then eating might be another option. Okay, so here is what I have been thinking of using as my dried flowers, and let's see, the yellow one isn't perfect, so but I really need to use, I think it's that one. Okay, a crocus. It symbolizes hope and joy, new beginnings, and eternal love. So a perfect flower to celebrate Easter or springtime. Then Pearly Everlasting I had here earlier, and it symbolizes hope and strength. And Queen Anne's lace are these, you know, the flowery carrot one. They symbolize sanctuary and security, safety and refugee. And I think it's a beautiful combination with those symbolic meanings. And the crocus doesn't necessarily fit in very well, but I will add it there anyway. So I'll just have a quick testing if I could add another layer beneath so that I can support the flowers more. Dun, dun, dun. So I need something. Yes, I try to do that, but I never. Do you ever have the same problem that you get a nice composition, and then you take it out and forgot what you were doing? It happens to me all the time. I try to rip a bit a lace bit. This is from a vintage curtain that I have found from flea market, and again dyed with some rusty nail heads to get the look. And I add soft material. Because here I want to use this as kind of textured background instead of using any modeling paste and stencil or something. I want to make sure that this lace bit really is stuck, and when I paint over it, it will react the way I want to. Hence the soft material part. And I think I can add this one too. But for this one, yes, taking a picture would be a rather brilliant and clever idea. I might have to test sometime. It has never crossed my mind to say thank you, darlings. I mean, how come I have never? Sorry, I really feel so stupid now, because I really have never ever thought about taking a picture of my composition. I have always struggled remembering it and panicking that I didn't get it right, and then, well, obviously you can take a photo. Well, thank you. Watch and learn, they say. Well, it goes either way. Okay. And now I am trying to make sure that this is again and dry, and then I will add a bit of gesso here. Yes, it's agony when you get something really lovely done, and then you need to worry if you remember it. But usually it turns out nice anyway. Okay. Then I think I had my flowers in here. No, it's too much. I think I'll just try to soften this edge, because if I put my flower in it, it might crack in two. So that's why. And I think I would be really rather clever if I add some similarish tone background in it. And some gesso. I know most people use a bit different things for their journals, but it's always about making it look like you. You know what I mean. There's no point in trying to achieve a look that's not you. And I have tried so many times to create, for example, I was going to say really pretty pastel colored pages. Well, isn't this one? But I mean, you know, modern papers. I have a huge collection, for example, of those pretty Primo marketing papers that I don't know how to use. Isn't it strange that even if you have something extraordinary, beautiful, you might feel that they are not your thing. And then I have tried pretty scrapbook papers and different kind of styles and this and that, and then I have just had to admit to myself that okay, leave it or take it. We all are different anyway, and because for me symbolism, for example, is something that's natural, because you know, I'm a theologian, so there's meaning in everything, and I love to use lace, but I do love to include a bit of nature in here too, in my journaling, and part of memories, you know, for example, this this crocus is one that I have pressed this spring, but all the other flowers are from last summer, and they make me smile when I look at them and remember those lovely days and bird song and all those things happened last year. They are really meaningful to me and therefore special. And when I use new materials, it's not the same. All these papers I am now doing are using are from my pen pals, friends all over the world. So they really have a special meaning, and I can't tell which papers are from who, but that's something for my knowledge only. So of course it's you can use the same technique I am using now for any kind of materials. It just I do want to use those that are meaningful to me. And okay, Claire, I think I have to look on the prep and seal thing, and yes, it's kind of really liberating actually to realize that you and your whatever you are doing, it's kind of unique to you. And even if there is 100 million jillion people around the world doing exactly the same, but they do not use these things, I am using right now, exactly the same way, and I hope you can relate that. Eileen just I think you understood. I'm adding a bit of really dry gesso here and there to blend the colors a bit more, just a bit like this. And now I think I can close my soft matte gel lid. And heavy gesso, I think I am putting you aside too now. So more lace. I definitely need more lace now, because I have this gorgeous colored lace. See? These are dyed in the exactly same liquid. This was when it was hot. This when it was dry. Sorry, cooled down. So I thought I would look which one goes best. Actually, this one would go, but I really want to use some pink now. I know this is the agonizing part. You following me while I'm trying to decide which laces to use. Thank you, Claire. It's always amazed me how you can find people who understands what you are saying here in the wonderful world of internet. And I think we have all agreed on several occasions how this pandemic has actually it hasn't made good things, you know, but it has given accessibility to a lot more community feeling, kind of, that I really have enjoyed. This is silk that I have dyed in the same mixture that I have used these laces, and I thought I would quickly stitch them together in a really haphazard manner, just to get some lazy depths in here. Okay. It really is wonderful that you are watching me creating, because I really have struggled with balancing the idea of, you know, for me creating takes always some time, but then when I create videos, there are always comments that they are really long, because I do not like to speed them up because creating takes time, and you should accept that. And this is something I have talked a lot earlier too. But isn't it wonderful how when you are doing a live video, suddenly long videos are just okay. Maybe it's the attitude or something. Okay, these laces need some roughness now. And I don't remember, I don't know if you remember, I have made a video, or if you know that I have made a really quick tutorial video about creating, these are plastic windage buttons, and I have used some Finnabair materials to create vintage looking ones, and I thought I would add one here so that this doesn't look too cute. Well, it looks cute anyway, but not too cute when I have added some brown and black paint in here. Okay, and just to make sure it really sticks in there. Well, I can use these bits too and make a kind of a rosette or something, bow or something. Like this, and another knot. Basic mixed media stuff, isn't it? Lace and needle and stitching. But I thought I'll I will add this a bit later because now it's perfect time without destroying this one to add some paint. Okay. And I thought I would use some dark chocolate. And pitch black to kind of add roughness and balance for all the sweet pinkness. And just a hint of white, maybe. Sorry, you can't see. I'll this one, Snow White. I will move my palette and aubergine for testing, and a baby white near hand to save from crucial disasters, and a smallish brush. And now I am going to try to mix a paint mix that is somehow in line with the coloring of the page, but still adds some roughness to it in a way. Let's see if I can manage. Good morning, Liliana. Thank you. Yes, it's starting to be evening here in Finland. It's going to be 8 in the evening here soon, and okay. I just realized it's Sunday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is Sunday. Okay. Tomorrow is exciting, or I think exciting is the right word. Exciting day. My husband broke his wrist 3 weeks ago. I mean broke, as in, you know, it really broke. And he's going to get to go to the hospital and get his, oh my god, I forgot the word. You know, the hard thing when you have to carry on your wrist when you have broken it. I just total blackout, but you know, the cast. They are going to take it away tomorrow, and we will see how it's been recovering. We have been so frustrated because it's starting to be the time of the year when there is so much to do in the garden, and we had planned for this and this and that, and well, you know, life, it doesn't always go according to plans. Yes, Claire, he casts. Yes, thank you, Eileen. He's okay. He's Superman. he he has been renovating our home with one hand only, and I have been trying to tell him to slow down a bit in order to not to get it worse. Okay, now I need to see if this fits. I just need to cool this down. Yes, Liliana. Yes, that's... I haven't ever... knock, 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 but I have never broken any part of me and haven't had a cast, so I don't really know how it feels, but I do know what it feels when you can't do what you want to do and wish you to do and should do and so on. So I can relate to that feeling, but not to the agony of everything. I just want to have a quick check that that this doesn't come too much off from the page. So let's have a look. I'm always managed to paint my my pages together, and it fits perfectly. Come on, like this. And I just want to make sure that this is going well. Okay. This plate, Claire says that you love to play with the buttons. This plate has a tiny little Lily of the Valley pattern in it, and I found it from flea market, and I really love it. This clock table is from flea market too, and these are really real vintage patterns. I didn't know what to use, and actually these are always here and on my desk because they are inspiring things. But I am working with another project that I have collected these buttons so I can use them in here. So it's my inspiration plate. And this is really I think this is copper or tin that's really turned maybe not copper but tin, but it's metallic anyway. Okay, I think if I would be wise, I would say this is it, but it's this is so dark, these Queen Anne's lace flowers, that I need the same darkness that's in here. I need it in here too, and actually I don't know how to create that, but I need it. And I could first try just adding some darker tones in it, just in a few places, because you cannot forget the balance. Or of course you can, but there's no point. It's not real. No, I haven't decorated the tin. It's really in its original state, it's beautiful, and I think it cost me €1 or maybe €2, and I love it. I adore Lily of the Valley. It's my favorite flower. It's also the national flower of Finland, and we have here in our home road hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those blooming in a few weeks' time. So when I slowly walk the 200 meters to our post box, I'll always treasure the moments at this time of the year, or in May when it happens, and I collect them as much as I can and enjoy the scent. Yes, it's Lily of the Valley month. It's usually in an end of May in here in Finland, beginning of, depend on not a year, but beginning of June, end of May. Okay, and now I'm going to try it, take a look, and then I think I'll add a bit of metallic cold flakes, because I want the continuity, and I have used metallic flakes as the combining element throughout the earlier pages, so I will use them now too. I'll put my needle away. So these precious metallic flakes that are a bit of a rebellious things and has mind of their own. I'm still not really satisfied with the look, but it's been almost an hour, so I think I need to, but my heart tells me I should use some liquid acrylics. Maybe I'll use this one first, and then I'll see if I need. And here's the problem. I always use this gilding glue, and then I forget where I put it, and it happens every time. I think I should take a photo and I have Lilian, I have the same experience here in Finland. Vintage laces are something you do not find in Finland. You can't find them. You really can't, because during the wartime everything was used as bandages and so on, and there are no vintage lace in here, or nor vintage fabrics that old and beautiful, and there wasn't that much upper class, so to say, here in Finland in olden days. So you do not have the luxury of finding extraordinary beautiful things from flea markets. What I do, therefore, is to is to use modern laces and dye them myself. Okay, it doesn't work on lace that well. Is there any place that I have missed? So what I can find here in Finland so is an abundance of vintage papers, because paper is, well, you know, Finland is one of the largest paper producers in the whole wide world, and well, at least I can find them, because I don't need to go further than my own house, because it's the Baker garden, and my husband and has vintage papers so much, but it isn't easy necessarily to find vintage things, but then you do have to use your imaginations like I have done. And actually that's how I started vintage journaling. It kind of happened in by accident, because I got my disability pension only 2 years ago, but before that I was years on, you know, having, I don't know what's it in English, but you know, pension that isn't permanent, when they are still thinking if you really need it or not. And I couldn't afford, still can't afford the beautiful new scrapbook materials and so on. And yes, Eileen, they are really messy. The quilting clothes are messy. Yes, so for me, when I started journaling and creating pretty things for my pen pals all around the world, I couldn't use those wonderful materials like Primo marketing materials or Finnabair materials. I had two things. These I could afford and couldn't afford to live without. And I had to find materials, and I searched it for flea markets and found most inexpensive materials I could find, and developed my own style using them, which I'm actually quite grateful for. So, and yes, Claire, that's the point. You could, for example, go to flea market and look around you, and I try to find vintage, or not that vintage, lace curtains or lace dresses. Baby dresses are fine with for materials and so on. So you don't necessarily need to find lace as such, but or fabric, but just something that is beautiful material you can then alter. I add just a bit of liquid acrylics, burnt sienna, oops, just a bit, the whole bottle is coming out, and ink black, and I really want to add some crimson. Let's see if it's a mistake or not. But I want to add this final, a bit watercolor effect on the page with it. That could either way go really wrong, or then just highlight the whole thing. Just a bit, because something in here doesn't still feel quite right, and I think it won't, but that's life, and this is a journal page, and if it's not perfect, I can live with it quite easily. Just turn the page and don't look this one. Okay, and now I try to add a bit of that paint mixture over the gilding, so that it looks like it is here. Let's test. I want some depth in here. Okay, I think that's about it. This is this really requires something that I think I do not have here with me now, or maybe if I add this one. Using soft material, and then add a bit of paint over it. I think that's it. This is my favorite vintage stamp. It's a Finnish one, of course, having Olavinlinna, Olaf's castle in it. Ha! Perfect. Sorry, not bragging, just happy that it might be the solution when I get my baby wipe. And add a bit of paint so that it kind of blends in. And that's it. That's it. Thank you, Marisol. That maybe cute is the word. It really isn't really modern or sophisticated, but it looks like me. So here it is. Lean back and be loved by all that is already loving you, said Leonard Cohen, my favorite poet slash songwriter slash singer of all time. And that's it. That's it, really. I'm so delighted that you have kept me company this evening or today, whatever is the clock in your part of the world. And as I mentioned, I will write a blog post and I will list all the materials I used and all the steps how I did it for you, and I will add a link to my blog Harvinaisen kaunis elämä into the comments of this live stream, so you can find it easily. And just so you know that Harvinaisen kaunis elämä is Finnish and means uniquely beautiful life, as we all have. And I just say that I really am so thankful and delighted that you kept me company today, and I wish you the most beautiful first week of May ahead and beautiful weekend. Thank you all. Thank you Aline and Claire. Thank you every single one of you. I am glad you enjoyed, and I hope I'll kind of see you soon again, darlings. Thank you and bye bye.